All right, week 10 is over. We're on week 11. Last week I went 8-6 in my predictions, and the ones I got wrong, for the most part, were just weird upsets or me picking a dumb team. I picked the Browns over the Jets, the Panthers over the Saints, the Buccaneers over the Patriots, the Bills over the Dolphins, the Jaguars over the Texans, and the Steelers over the Chargers are all the ones I got wrong. And there's only two teams on a bye this week, the Colts and the Saints. And starting us off, we have probably what is on paper one of the worst Thursday night footballs of the year, Jets at Patriots. The Jets somehow get a win last week despite trading Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams, yet it was over the Browns, and the Patriots look like the easy favorite for the AFC East right now. I almost said West. So I'm going to pick the Patriots to win. I think they're wearing those cool little jerseys. I'll probably have the game up. I don't know how good it'll be. I hope the Jets win, because that would just be funny, but I think the Patriots are going to win. Sorry. All right, next up we have another and probably what I think is the final international game of the year. In Madrid, we got Commanders at Dolphins. The Commanders lost pretty bad to the Lions last week. The defense looked rough for them. The offense did get some stuff going. The Dolphins shockingly defeated the Bills. It is a divisional thing, so that's something. But yeah, I don't know. This one's tough. I have the Dolphins written down. We're going to make an audible. I'm switching it to the Commanders. I think the Commanders are going to win. What's his face? Dan Quinn is calling the defense now. Maybe that makes a difference. I don't know. It might be like those situations where usually when you switch something up, you win the first game and then you don't. I don't really know though, but I guess I think the Commanders are going to win. It's going to be tough though. I originally had the Dolphins, but I'm going to go Commanders. I just feel like they're more likely to have a defense, so I'm picking them. Next up, Packers at Giants. Both teams lost last week. Thank God the Packers lost. I hate them, but I think they're going to win this week. I don't know if Dart is still out. Dable got fired. I mean, I would love for the Giants to win. You know, Kafka, is that his name? Is he the coach now? The OC? Maybe he'll spark something. The Packers are very fraudulent, in my opinion, but I think they should be able to take down the beaten up, coachless Giants. All right, next up, Texans at Titans. Davis Mills is kind of a goat, okay? Beat up on the Jaguars a little bit, and now they play what I think is one of the worst teams in the league. Not the worst, shockingly, but one of the worst in the league. So I think the Texans should win. The defense will probably carry, and that's all you need to know. Next up, Panthers at Falcons. I think another word for this matchup could be fraud at fraud. I don't know what is up with either of these teams. The Panthers lose to the Saints and put up 7 points, and the Falcons feel like they either blow out a team that we think they shouldn't, or they get blown out by a team that we think is terrible. And so I don't really know. I picked the Panthers to win because they're just like less fraudulent than the Falcons, I feel like. But obviously I could see the Falcons winning. I mean, they got blown out by the Panthers earlier this year, so they'll probably feel a certain way about this game. But yeah, I'm picking the Panthers to win. They're just somehow more consistent. Next up, Bears at Vikings. The Bears win a close one against the Giants, a little comeback victory, and the Vikings lose to the Ravens. Now, I picked the Vikings to win here, but I don't know if I actually believe that. I just kind of want that to happen. Right now, the Lions and Bears have the same record, so a Bears loss would be quite helpful for my team, so I'm just trying to manifest that a little bit, and I picked the Vikings, but there's no real logic behind it. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm picking them out of love is what this week, don't get it twisted here. Next up, Chargers at Jaguars. The Chargers demolished the Steelers, but it's the Steelers, and the Jaguars lost to a backup quarterback in Houston. Now, I don't know why at all I went with this pick, but I went with the Jaguars here, and really my only logic was their D-line, I think, could do some stuff against that beat-up Chargers O-line, but to be honest, I don't really know. The Chargers are definitely more consistent than the Jaguars. Once again, it depends on which Trevor Lawrence shows up. Are we going to get lobotomized Trevor Lawrence, or are we going to get fully brain healthy Trevor Lawrence? Who knows? But I'm going with the Jaguars here. I feel like they've been a team that I've been picking a little too often, but either way, I went with them. Next up, Buccaneers at Bills. The Bucs lost. The Bills lost. Both to AFC East opponents. The Bills are looking a little concerning, and the Bucs I feel like are just kind of injured. So no, I'm going to keep my pick. I picked the Bills. I just thought, like, they're at home. They'll probably have a pretty big advantage for that. They're used to being in the cold. I don't know if Tampa really is as much. I know Baker is, but I don't know about the whole team. So I'm going with the Bills. These games are tough because there's, like, teams I know are good and I know are bad, and everyone else, it feels kind of week to week. And these two teams are very week to week right now. But I'm picking the Bills. All right, next up, Bengals at Steelers. I went with the Steelers to win. They'll probably win 42-39 because poor Flacco's going to put up 7 zillion points, and they're not going to win because that's just what the Bengals do. Joe Burrow is back. I don't think he'll play. The Steelers have a defense. That doesn't mean it's good, but they have a defense, and the Bengals don't. So I just picked the Steelers for that reason. Next up, Niners at Cardinals. I went with the Cardinals here. I could see the Niners winning. Jacoby Brissett kind of been cooking just a little bit. You know what? People are finally seeing Kyler Murray is dumb and terrible. I feel like I've said that forever and no one has seen it, but it is true. And now I'm picking... No, I don't think this is the first time I picked the Cardinals, but I'm picking them this week. They're just more healthy. The Niners, it's been hard to pick them to win games because they're just so beat up. So yeah, I'm picking the Cardinals to win at home. All right, now we got kind of a banger of a game. Seahawks at Rams. Both of these teams probably I would say they're both like top 5, definitely top 5 in the NFC. They're both pretty good. Rams at home doesn't actually mean anything because no one in LA cares about football, but I'm still picking the Rams to win. I feel like the Seahawks have been kind of on a hot streak. It just feels like they're going to lose soon. You know, the Rams are a good team. Have they already played this year? I can't remember, but yeah, I think the Rams are gonna come out on top. Stafford's crazy. Those receivers are great. Kyron Williams is great. They're playing a good defense, but I don't know. It's just sometimes I pick off a feeling. This is a feeling. Next up, Chiefs at Broncos. I would love the Broncos to win, but I picked the Chiefs. This is just a game they're gonna win. It's just one of those ones. Chiefs are probably, I just hope all year it's too good to be true for the Chiefs. Usually when it's too good to be true, they lose in the playoffs somehow. And when they, face any adversity, they win it all. So I'm just hoping it's, really easy for them the rest of the year, and then they just get smacked in the face in the playoffs. But yeah, I picked the Chiefs over the Broncos. The Broncos offense just is not good. I feel like I'm telling people that the tooth fairy isn't real, but it's true. Guys, just accept that your offense is awful. Next up, Ravens at Browns. The Browns, I think, are the worst team in the league. They're just you should play Shedeur at some point. Okay, I'm not even a Shedeur Sanders glazer like everyone else, but how much more do you really need to see from Dylan Gabriel? I think Gabriel's a good backup. I think that would be his ceiling. I don't think he's going to be a starter. I kind of felt that way when he was coming into the league too, and I haven't learned anything new from them. Just keep wheeling them out there. Ravens are on a winning streak, and they got a pretty easy schedule up ahead. They put up 41 on the Browns, on a more healthy Browns. The Browns aren't even that healthy, but that was week 2. And I think the Ravens are just a better coach team. I don't think this is a secret. Hopefully after this, I do want to see Shedeur. I don't think Shedeur is going to be good, to be honest, but you got to see it at some point. This is the halfway point for the Browns. Gabriel, I think, has played 7 or 8 games. If they put in Shedeur after this game, he will have played about the same amount of games. So I feel like they should do that soon. They should definitely consider it. All right, now we got my team. Sunday Night Football, Lions at Eagles. The Lions defeated the Commanders with old Dan Campbell calling plays, and the Eagles beat the Packers, and thank you. They put up 10 points in a win. That's huge. But yeah, I go with my team every week. We're picking the Lions. Hopefully we win. This would be a big one to win, to be honest. Eagles are a great opponent on the road. I would be ecstatic if we won it. It's obviously going to be a challenging game. Their defense is pretty tough, And obviously the offense, that O-line's great, Saquon's great, good receivers. They got stuff they're just loaded, okay? So a win over them would be kind of awesome. All right, and finally, Monday Night Football, Cowboys at Raiders. The Raiders, in my opinion, are the worst team in the league, so I'm picking the Cowboys to beat them on the road. Cowboys have the best offense in the league, as I've said for a while now, and the Raiders are genuinely awful. They are genuinely awful. I think if it was if we did this basketball style and we had Titans versus Raiders, 7 games, I think the Titans would win that series 4-2. You know what I mean? Titans in 6 over the Raiders is what I would say. They are so bad. So yeah, I'm picking the Cowboys. And there you go. Those are my picks this week. Still hunting an undefeated week. I don't think this is the one. A lot of these games are very divisive, and I don't feel great about the certainty of these picks, but maybe there's a chance.